Hey, Shalom. Giving all praise to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, hopefully elect. And just real quick through the spirit, I was just inspired, because, last night's camp, we got the elder and the beautiful Akim, we had the pleasure of fellowshipping with. And one of the things that was touched on, brothers was going into how, because whether these people know it or not, whether they don't want to accept it or not, Lord one of the world that number, everyone is waiting on us, pursuing the Romans 8th chapter, the sons of God to be set back up in power, because it's only through them. Start with YAHAWASHI. It's only through them. That's where everything is going to be ruled in righteousness. You see? Because, just me personally speaking as a man, not saying I'm of the elect, but when I'm out here, when I'm out and about, and, I just see the look on the face of these people, because, these people, whether we know it or not, whether we see it or not, they see the light on us, they see that light. And oftentimes, like I said, when I'm out and about, and, let's say I'll just go into a random store, gas station or whatever, and, I'll see the what do you call it? The cashier or the clerk, all of a sudden she'll or he, their whole mood, their whole countenance will change. It'll light up, it'll bright up, and because, like I said, these people that see the light, so oftentimes when you're out and about, it's just like these people, they want to talk to us. They just want to hold a conversation. They just want to be around us. They just want to touch us. They just want to be around us, because, like I said, they see the light, and even on the flip side, you can see the miserableness on the faces of these people, like I said, just speaking as a man and not saying I'm of the elect, but, like I said, I'll be out and about sometimes, and I'll just, I'll see the miserable look on the face of the clerk, the cashier, because he or she, they'll just be looking at me like, man, or you, to whoever you elect are, because they ain't about me, but to whoever you elect are, right, or wherever you are, they'll be looking at you, and just, you could just tell, like, their spirit is just like, man, when are y'all going to get back up in power, man? Because I'm tired of this shit, That's for the most part, that's the vibe, that's the energy that a lot of these people get off a lot of times, man. They be looking at you like, man, you niggas ain't in power yet? Like, what's going on? Because the whole earth is crying out, again, pursuing the Romans 8, man. The earth is waiting on the sun, the manifestations of the sons of God, man, to get back up in power. Because, again, it's only through those men, start with YAHAWASHI, that's where everything's going to be ruled in righteousness. Because, again, going back to it, man, hey, start with YAHAWASHI and those elect men. They're going to be the pillars in the kingdom, all right? And a pillar, that's what holds up foundation. That's what keeps everything together. And that's what the elect, YAHAWASHI and those elect men, that's what they're going to be. All right? They're going to be those pillars. They're going to be the one to maintain everything, and, in the kingdom. You see, so I'm going to get this real quick, and to start off in Psalm chapter 2. Matter of fact, well, no, let me get this real quick. Psalm chapter 2. Because we had it at one point, you know. At one point we had it. Starting with Adam, which for those that have ears to receive was YAHAWASHI. Okay. You know, and in order to really appreciate righteousness and, you know, to be proper judges, all right, we had to learn, we had to experience this necessary evil. You see, we had to go through this. It was necessary for us to go through this, to experience this. You know, so the Lord, he calls us to go off so that we could be, you know, because, you know, we have no continual city, all right, and we see one to come. You see, and as brothers was going into last night, hey, America was just a pit stop along the way, all right. It was something for us just to behold, and, you know, hey, experience is the best teacher. So we had to go through this experience, and Lord wanted what that number. Hey, now we know, we get it. All right, we get it now. But nevertheless, we had to be instructed. We had to learn to you know, be taught wisdom and to apply wisdom. Right? We had to be instructed. So Psalm chapter 2, verse 10. Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings. And again, because a king, a judge, a ruler, he knows both sides. He understands both sides. All right. And that's, again, why we had to learn this. We had to go through this experience, because now we truly see, we understand both sides. You know, we understand both sides now. So that, Lord willing, when we get set back up empowered, now we're going to really, truly judge properly. All right. You know, because in the kingdom, you know, the nations, they're still going to be in the flesh. All right. And the Israelites are going to be immortal, you know. But nevertheless, because we've been in this, we went through the process. We know and understand what it's like to be in the flesh. Well, again, that's a, you know, a part of the journey of understanding and being proper judges. Because again, we were in the flesh. We came in the flesh. All right. We know this, like, we get it. We understand now. So reading on, it says, be instructed, ye judges of the earth. And again, you know, that's what's been taking place. All right. We've been instructed. All right. We've been instructed. We're, you know, we've been instructed, man. All right. Because again, the Lord had to teach us a valuable lesson. And listen, we've learned our lesson. We get it, you know. But I'm gonna get this in Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6. Oh shit. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, verse 1. Hear therefore, O ye kings, and understand. Learn ye that be judges of the ends of the earth. And again, we've been instructed. We're, you know, hey, the Lord, he's putting us through it, man. We get it. We're getting it. All right. You know, the YAHAWASHI, I always say, because America, this is not the end all be all. Because if it was, then we're through. So the YAHAWASHI, that this is not the end all be all. All right. We're being instructed. We've been instructed. And hey, you know, when it comes time for us to be set back up a rulership, hey, we're gonna know. We're, you know, hey, we're gonna get it. We're gonna understand it. It says, give ear, you that rule the people, and glory in the multitude of nations. For power is given you of the Lord, and sovereignty from the highest, who shall try your works and search out your counsels. And Because like I said, man, we had it at one point, you know, going back to the garden, starting with Adam, we had it. But, you know, we, like I said, man, we didn't get it. We didn't have that understanding. Well, hey, we do now. We get it. We, because the brother Nahoya talks about it all the time, about how, hey, you know, a king, and as far as all the perks and, you know, things of that nature, a king, being a king, it's more than just having all the women and the perks. Well, we're learning the responsibility of what it's like. Well, we're learning the responsibility of what it is to be a king. And as of recently, you know, brothers put me onto the movie. This has become literally for me, an all-time favorite of mine. Definitely a top 5 movie, maybe a top 2. When you watch this movie, King, the King, right? Because when you watch that movie, man, it goes into how, you know, basically, the father of the king, you know, pretty much he went to the spiritual realm, and because you know, you would pass pass basically the baton down, so to say, to the next ruler, which would be the next of kin, which would be typically the you know, the eldest son, right? But nevertheless, long story short, in the movie, you know, this responsibility was being passed down to the son, you know, and by all means, you know, this kid, he didn't want the responsibility. He didn't want it. He didn't want the title. He didn't want it. You know, but nevertheless, you know, he manned up, and, you know, he took on the responsibility. But nevertheless, when you watch the movie, man, it goes into the process of being instructed, and it goes through the process of it shows you the details of what it's like to you know, partake in the councils and making of certain decisions, and it shows you the process of what a king has to go through. Because again, it's more than just having all the women and drinking wine all day, man. Being a king is more than just having all these women and drinking wine. No, that, you know, again, that's what we're learning. We're learning to deal with the responsibilities. All right. You know, because hey, in the kingdom, hey, Israel, we're going to be sovereign. All right, we're going to have our own. You know, and that's what we're learning now, the responsibility. All right, we're learning the responsibility of what it's like to be kings, judges, rulers, having our own, you know, being sovereign. This is what we're learning. So this is why, again, man, we just got to appreciate the process. You know, we have to appreciate the process, right? But it says, because being ministers of his kingdom. So you see, because who's going to be the one maintaining the order, the law, statutes, commandments of YAHAWASHI in the kingdom? Again, it's going to be start with YAHAWASHI and those elect. All right, they're going to be those ministers. They're going to be the pillars. They're going to be the ones that's, you know, maintaining everything. Everything's going to be ruled in righteousness. You know, and again, pursuing the Romans 8, man, that's one of my favorite chapters to get into, man. You know, because hey, the earth is in desperate need of new management, new rulership, and that's what everyone is waiting on. Hell, even the nations. All right, even the nations, believe it or not. You know, the earth itself is crying out, man. You know, because when the Israelites get back up in power, man, hey, that's going to be for the well-being of the world, including the nations. Yeah, the nations are going to be, you know, in servitude. They're going to be our tributaries, but everything's going to be done in righteousness. And, you know, after 1,000 years of hardcore slavery, because that's the thing. You know, that first 1,000 years, you see, and, you know, the elder Kazaki Allah made this statement some time ago about how, because a part about vexation, you know, is like if you're at the beach and you spend hours building up this beautiful sandcastle, you know, and all it takes is for one knucklehead to just destroy everything that you put your blood, sweat, and tears into. All it takes is for that one knucklehead to just, have it all come to naught, and rightfully so, that would piss you off. And you see, that's a part of our vexation. Going back to the elder Kazaki Allah, he made this statement a while ago about how, hey, a part of our vexation, because Jake, they have a natural thing for nature and, just being in tune with nature and the earth, creation. Jake has a natural thing for that. Well, even more so with the elect, it's personal. Because going back to the beginning, all right, start with Yahawashi and those elect, man. They're the ones that created creation. They're the one that brought all this, brought all these things together. So the fact that we see Esau, Edom destroying everything, like I said, the elect, they take it personal. All right, because going back to that, like I just mentioned with the sandcastle, Yahawashi and those elect, man, they're the ones that created all this, brought all this into existence, brought the creation into creation, so it's personal with the elect, man, and see, because that 1,000 years, that first 1,000 years of that first day in the kingdom, man, it's going to be the undoing of all this bullshit that Esau put together, all this madness, all this wickedness, because again, the earth, the whole earth is in a decrepit statement. The whole earth is jacked up, man, because of Esau, Edom. It's all this nigga's fault, man. Well, that's what that first 1,000 years or that first day, that's what it's gonna be. Consisted of mainly is undoing all this bullshit that Esau did, man. Undoing all his wickedness. You see. And hey, after 1,000 years of hardcore slavery, hey, the nations, they're gonna get their plotted land and their inheritance and all that, such and so, so forth. But nevertheless, after 1,000 years of hardcore slavery, hey, the nations, they're gonna love, they're gonna love it. They're gonna, they're like, this wasn't so bad, man. And that's why, hey, the nation, man, they're gonna be whooping Esau's ass in the kingdom, man, because this devil has deceived everyone in thinking that, hey, he's the man, that he's the Most High, right? This man has confused, he's tricked the whole world into thinking that, man, and that's why nations, because we understand this devil and his true nature. We understand that he's a devil, right? So, in the kingdom, we're not gonna be more so as furious, though we're gonna be whooping Esau's ass, but we know he's a devil. You see, it's these other nations, 2/3 of our people, Eve, they're really going to be whooping Esau's ass, man, because, like I said, Esau tricked him into thinking that, hey, especially Eve, man. Eve, man, they're definitely going to be whooping Esau's ass in the kingdom, man. That goes for 2/3 in the other nations as well, man, because, hey, in the kingdom, when everyone's in their right mind and everything is ruled in righteousness and set up the way that it's supposed to be, right? Hey, man, the nations are going to come to understand, like, man, we should have been with these guys the whole time. We should have, man, surely this is a wise and understanding people. Like, man, they had it right the whole time, man. We should have got down with them the whole time. Because again, it's going to be for the benefit of the whole world. Even the nations are going to benefit in our kingdom. But it says, matter of fact, I'm going to jump down. It says, verse 9, it says, unto you, therefore, O kings, do I speak, that ye may learn wisdom and not fall away. And again, because that's what we're learning, all right? Going through this pit stop, all right? It says, for they that keep holiness holily shall be judged holy, and they that have learned such things shall find what to answer. Wherefore set your affection upon my words, desire them, and ye shall be instructed. Wisdom is glorious and never fadeth away. Yea, she is easily seen of them that love her, and found of such as seek her. And like I said, because, hey, Lord willing, we're that number. Like I said, these people, they see the light on us. It's just something different about us. Whenever a brother steps into a place, whenever a brother steps into a building, and it's, it's in all humility, because it's not to give us any credit. We're not shit. All right. But hey, one of my favorite scriptures, man, Isaiah 60:1, man, because hey, the glory of the Lord shall be seen in us. All right. So whether we want to or not, hey, the Lord is going to, he's used certain men to, magnify his name. and his power and his might and whatnot. You see? So it's not to give us any type of credit, because, you know, we ain't nothing. We ain't shit at the end of the day. But nevertheless, these people, they see it, all right? You know, these people, they see that shine, man. You know, and they just know it's just something different about these guys, man. Because, you know, when brothers go out and fellowship, they go out to eat or whatever, you know, we're not your typical niggas, man. You know, we actually clean up after ourselves. And, you know, Jake is selfish. Jake don't leave no tip. You know, but, you know, we actually leave a pretty decent tip, you know. If we go out, whatever the case may be, we just conduct ourselves accordingly. And people, they see that. And like I said, it's just like, man, these aren't your typical niggas, man. These aren't your average niggas, man. Like I said, these people, they see that light. That's why I said, like, you know, you go to a place, man, and, you know, immediately, you know, certain people, you just look at you, and you get to see their spirit lights up, and, you know, because it's that light, man. It's that light shining upon you, man. It's the glory of the Lord being seen upon you, man. You know. But nevertheless, going back to it. I read Psalm chapter 2. From there, I'm going to go to I'm gonna go to this in Revelation. Revelation chapter 22. Because like I said, yeah, after that first 1,000 years or that first day in the kingdom, yeah, the nations they're going to be getting their ass whooped. All right, but after that, hey, you know, because the nations are going to have to get some sense beat into them, you know, because initially they're not going to want to, you know, they're not going to want it. But after that 1,000 years of hardcore slavery, man, they're going to eventually come to understand, like, man, they're going to want to do right, you know. And like I said, they're still going to be in the flesh, so they're not going to ever be perfect like how the Israelites are. But, you know, hey, eventually they're going to want to do right, because, again, it's going to be for the benefit. It's going to be to their benefit. All right. You know, the kingdom of YAHAWASHI is going to be for the benefit of the world and even the other nations. So in Revelation 22:1, it says, and he showed me a pure river of water of life, clear as crystal, proceeding out of the throne of God and of the Lamb, in the midst of the street of it, on either side of the river was there the tree of life, which bare 12 manner of fruits. All right. You know, the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. And at the head of this, you know, is going to be, again, YAHAWASHI and those 144,000 men, 12,000 men out of each tribe, the leaders, all right, the pillars, all right, the ones that are going to be maintaining and sustaining everything in the kingdom. It says, which bare 12 manner of fruits, and yielded her fruit every month, and the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations. So that's the point, all right, because it said, in the leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations. So you see, the healing of the nations. So basically, when the Israelites get set back up in power, man, it's going to benefit everyone, even the nations. Even the nations, believe it or not. You know, because listen, we're not just going to be some, you know, heartless, cruel, you know, we're not going to be buck breaking the nations. No, we're not going to be doing no shit like that in the kingdom. Everything is going to be ruled in righteousness. And again, that's when the nations are going to come to understand, like, man, surely this is a wise and understanding people. We should have, when we get back up in power, man, everyone's going to, even the nations are going to come to understand, like, man, this is how it's supposed to be, man. This is how it's supposed to be. All right, pro-life, because in Esau, Edom, and his kingdom, everything is pro-death. But, you know, in our kingdom, it's going to be pro-life. Everything's going to prosper, be prosperous. Everything's going to flourish. You know, it's just going to be all righteous, man. And it's something that we can't fathom now, but hey, soon to come. Soon to come. You know, but it's going to start with YAHAWASHI and those elect men, those elected spirits. You know, they were ordained from the very beginning. Those are the same that walk with YAHAWASHI from the very beginning, man. So that's why I said earlier, going back to the elder Kazaki Allah's statement, hey, for the elect, it's personal. You know, it's personal. So Revelation chapter 3 and verse 12, it says, him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power, and he shall no more go out, and I will write upon him the name of my power and the name of the city of my power, which is New Jerusalem, which cometh down out of heaven from my power, and I will write upon him my new name. Pursuant to Revelation 21. All right. You know, because after the nuclear destruction, you know, after the nuclear destruction, all right, because that's what's going to be the job of those missiles, man. It's going to be, everything is so decrepit, you know, decayed, and everything is just, you know, like I said, everything in this world under Esau, Edom, it leads to death, you know. So that's going to be the job of those missiles, man, to clean up the world, to clean up everything. And when it's all said and done, pursuant to Revelation 21, hey, because the elect are going to get beamed up, all right, when the missiles hit. All right, when they, you know, as they're coming down, the elect are going to be coming up, and that might be a title for a lesson. As the missiles are coming down, the elect are going to be coming up, you know, and they're going to be beaten up in those chariots. All right, and eventually, you know, when it's all said and done, the elect are going to come down. This is that New Jerusalem that you read about, again, pursuant to Revelation 21. This is that New Jerusalem. All right, you know, start with the elect men, YAHAWASHI first and foremost, and the elect men, and from there, that's when the new day starts. All right, because right now we're in the dawning of a new day. You know, just right when, you know, it's nighttime and you have that crack of dawn, right? That starts a new day. Well, that's where we're at right now. You know, that's where we're at with it. The dawning of a new day. You know, because from there, like I said, when it's all said and done, from there, that's when everything, you know, the kingdom is going to be established. All right, the kingdom is going to be established, man. Righteousness is going to be established. You know, this is where the elect, the Lord's going to, Jeremiah 16:16, you know, so the Lord's going to send his men out to hunt for these elites in these bunkers and whatnot. You know, continual employment, and, you know, so on and so forth. The rest is going to be history from there. But nevertheless, because the point being, it said, him that overcometh will I make a pillar in the temple of my power. So going back to YAHAWASHI knows the elect. All right, again, a pillar is what maintains, upholds a foundation, man. And that's what YAHAWASHI knows the elect. That's what they're going to be. Those pillars, man, they're going to be the ones that uphold, maintain everything in the kingdom. And this is what the whole earth is waiting for, man. These nations, they're crying out, you know, the animals, the creatures, the earth itself, again, pursuing Romans 8, everything is waiting for this, man. The manifestations of the sons of God to get back up in power, man. You know, because, matter of fact, I'll go back to real quick in Revelation 22, because verse 3 says, and there shall be no more curse, but the throne of the power and of the Lamb shall be in it, and his servants shall serve him. So you see, this curse is going to be uprooted from the earth. Esau, Edom, all right, you know, he's going to be taken out from the root. This cancer that's plaguing the earth, he's going to be taken from the root, you know, and from there it's going to be righteousness. YAHAWAH, those elect, all right, the nation of Israel is finally going to be back up on top, you know, because all Israel is going to be righteous, you know, just to say, you know, it's not going to be just the elect. But there's levels to this, you know, because the elect, they're going to be those leaders. You know, they're going to be those pillars. You know, now, again, all Israel is going to be righteous. All Israel is going to be perfect. But those pillars are going to be YAHAWASHI and those elect. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. All praise to Yahweh Shai. Shalom to you, hopefully elect.